Hi, I'm AJ, co-founder and CEO of Parcha, and I want to quickly show you how easy it is to use Parcha for risk rating any entity that you are onboarding onto your FinTech platform. So one of the challenges with risk ratings is that you often find yourself trying to map these complex operating procedures and questions you want to ask about a business into a score that usually identifies the risk of the businesses or entities you're onboarding and puts them into some kind of category like low, medium, or high risk. I've seen spreadsheets with risk ratings with hundreds of questions in them, and trying to put that into a workflow can be really challenging. But with Parcha, it's easier than ever to risk rate entities on your platform. So when you're creating an AI agent inside Agent Hub in Parcha, once you've configured the agent, you can get to the risk rating section, and here you can define your risk rating in plain English. You can add risk rating criteria for the high, medium, or low risk ratings, and inside each criteria you can specify exactly what would cause, in this case, a business to be high risk. Now, the way our risk rating system works is it takes all that information that you're using and learning about the business or entity during the running of the compliance checks to then determine the risk rating. So for example, if you're using our country verification and industry verification checks, it can trigger risk ratings here. It's really easy to add risk ratings and change them at any time. Now, what does it look like once you've actually risk rated some businesses inside Parcha? Let's take a look. So here we can see that we've risk rated a number of different businesses using Parcha's risk rating system. So when Parcha's AI agents operate a compliance workflow on a business, we carry out all these different checks that you can pre-configure. In this case, we've carried out building a business profile, industry classification, business reviews, researching for business owners, even carrying out web research on the business. And here, the recommendation shows the final risk rating. Now, if you click on one of these risk ratings, you can immediately see a detailed report of exactly how Parcha's AI came up with this risk rating. In this case, this business happens to operate in high-risk countries, but we explain exactly why. And if you go through all of the evidence, we'll tell you which evidence triggered the risk rating. And you can see that here, that this particular business happens to operate in Afghanistan and Iran, which we consider to be high-risk or prohibited countries. And now if you want to dig in deeper, you can always go and click on one of the checks to see exactly where that information came from. So if we go across, we can see the information here. And that's it. Risk ratings in Parcha. You can risk rate any business or individual in just a few minutes using Parcha's AI agents. And because our AI agents automatically scale and run in parallel, you can risk rate hundreds or even thousands of businesses in one go, so you can crush that backlog.